Hi students, this is Dr. Mohammad Altaf. I welcome you all to the course Information Security. I'm going to deliver my first online lecture and the topic of my this lecture is Information Security Policies. Outlines of today's lecture includes information security policies, standards and practices. After that, we will discuss different types of security policies. After covering the security policy types, we will discuss the methods to implement these security policies. And these methods are access control list, access control matrix, and configuration rules. From all communities of interest, including journal staff, information technology, and information security, must consider policies as the basis for all information security efforts. Policies does direct how issues should be addressed and technologies should be used. Dear students, a policy does not specify the proper operation of equipment or software. This information should be placed in the standards, procedures, and practices of user manual and system documentation. Information security is primarily a management problem, not a technical one. And the policy is a management tool that obliges personnel to function in a manner that preserves the security of information assets. Security policies are the least expensive control to execute but the most difficult to implement properly. They have the lowest cost in that their creation and dissemination requires only the time and efforts of the management team. Dear students, even if the management team hires an outside consultant to help to develop a policy, the cost is minimal compared to those of technical controls. However, shaping policy is difficult because policy must never conflict with laws. It should be stand up in court if challenged by someone, be properly administered through dissemination and documented acceptance. Dear students, in this slide we will discover some basic definitions. The term policy is a plan or course of action that conveys instructions from an organization's senior management to those who make decisions, take actions, and perform other duties. Policies are organizational laws through which organization dictate acceptable and unacceptable behavior within the organization. Dear students, like laws, policies define what is right, what is wrong, what are the penalties if the policy is violated, and what the appeal process is. Now look, we are going to discover another term, that is standards. Standards, on the other hand, are more detailed statements of what must be done to comply with policy. They have the same requirements for compliance as policies. Practices or procedures or guidelines effectively explain how to obey policy. For a policy to be effective, it must be properly circulated, read, understood and agreed to by all members of organization and uniformly enforced. Dear students, the meaning of term security policy depends on the context in which it is being used. For example, if a policy is created for a governmental agency use, now how it will be? A governmental agency view security policy in terms of national security and national policies to deal with foreign states. If the policy is created for a credit card agency, now what will be the interest of that policy maker? A security policy can also communicate a credit card agency method for processing credit card numbers. In general, a security policy is a set of rules that protect an organization's asset. An information security policy provides rules for the protection of information assets of the organization. Dear students, policies can be divided in two main categories: user policies and IT policies. In user policy, generally we define the limit of the users towards the computer resources in a workplace. For example, what are they allowed to install in their computer? What are they allowed to delete from their computer? Either they are allowed just to read the resources in the computer, or if they can use removable storage devices. While in IT policies, we design it for IT department with the aim to secure the procedures and functions of IT fields. In these slides, we will discuss different types of security policies. Dear student, permissive policy is a medium restriction policy where we as an administrator block just some well-known ports of malware regarding internet access, and just some exploits are taken in consideration. This type of policy must be updated effectively to stay effective. In prudent policy, it is a high restrictive policy where everything is blocked regarding the internet access. Just a small list of safe services or websites are allowed individually, and no extra service is allowed in computers to be installed, and logs are maintained for every user. In paranoid policy, we forbids everything. No internet connection is allowed, or a severe restriction of internet usage is allowed. In acceptance user policy, the behavior of users even a web page is regulated. So it is explicitly said what a user can do and cannot in a system. For example, are they allowed to share access codes? Can they share resources, etc., etc.? Next type of security policy is user account policy. Dear students, this policy defines what a user should do in order to have or maintain another user in a specific system. For example, accessing an e-commerce web page. To create this policy, you should answer some questions such as: should the password be complex or not? What age should the users have? Maximum allowed tries or fails to log in. When the user should be deleted, activated, or blocked. Information protection policy. This policy is to regulate access to information, how to process information, how to store, and how it should be transferred. The next type of policy is remote access policy. This policy is mainly for big companies where the users and their branches are outside their headquarters. It tells what should the users access, when they can work, and on which software, like the software should be SSH, VPN or RDP. Dear students, the next type of policy is firewall management policy. This policy has explicitly to do with its management. Which ports should be blocked, what updates should be taken, how to make changes in the firewall, and how long should be the logs to kept. In special access policy, the administrator is intended to keep people under control and monitor the special privileges in their systems and the purpose as to why they have it. This type of policy may be designed for a team leader, manager, senior manager, system administrators, and such high designation based people. The next type of policy is network policy. This policy is to restrict the access of anyone towards the network resources and make clear how all will access the network. It will also ensure whether that person or a particular person should be authorized, should be authenticated or not. This policy also includes other aspects like who will authorize the new devices that will be connected with network, the documentation of network changes, web filters and levels of access, who should have wireless connection, and the type of authentication, validity of connection session, etc. etc. In email usage policy, now let's discuss what is email usage policy. This is one of the most important policies that should be done because many users use the work email for personal purposes as well. As a result, information can leak outside. Some of the key points of this policy are: the employees should know the importance of this system, that they have the privileges to use. They should not open any attachment that look suspicious. Private and confidential data should not be sent by any encrypted email.